said, guys, guess who reached out to me? One of my favorite YouTubers, Ohmeezzy, did. And I'm in an Ohmeezzy YouTube video. Yay. Okay, let's watch it, shall we?
About a year ago, caiuwus had arguably the biggest streamer event that we've seen in modern times. He invited a bunch of random content creators and some of his friends to a college campus in order to launch what was known as Streamer University.
Streamer
Although there was a ton of chaos that
University.
happened, for the most part, it was arguably one of the best things that happened for a lot of content.
Yes, it is 100% the best thing that ever happened to me, bro. 100% the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, oh my gosh. Can we find you in the first clip? Which one? This one? Actually, Kai's head is covering me in the clip. I'm right here. That's me right there. I'm right there. Mom, I'm on TV. I'm on TV, Mom.
About a year ago, caiuwus had arguably...
That's me with my little DJI camera. I was recording. I have that footage.
The biggest streamer event that we've seen in modern times. He invited a bunch of random content creators and some of his friends to a college campus in order to launch what was known as Streamer University. Although there was a ton of chaos that happened, for the most part, it was arguably one of the best things that happened for a lot of content creators. Now, doing something unprecedented like this would cause for unprecedented criticism, but I don't think that people really realized how much that Streamer University will go on to do so much good for the streaming world.
Dead, bro. It feels crazy. Like, the fact that SU was still so relevant is insane. Am I going back? If I get accepted, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And it will ultimately go on to change some of the streamers that were in its lives.
If you try to recreate
Marcus! I'm Marcus!
Someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, it's not gonna work this time.
How many times have I told you guys that? How many times have I told you all that? Listen, I am gonna pause a lot, actually. I am gonna pause a lot. I almost lied. That's one of the biggest points I make all the time is like, you are never, like, I'm never going to be a caiuwus because he's the only person that can let that ride the way it does. I'm never going to be able to be like him. The same way my viewers can never be me. You got to be yourself. You got to have your own content plan. You have to have your own goals. You have to have your own path, your own lane. You got to stick to it. I can't be twin because I can barely be me for real. That's what I'm saying. You can't be twin because what Ted said. The way you just triggered my... Oh, sorry. I always trigger people's Alexas. I was lurking and then all the sound died and she just started talking. I'm sorry. Oops.
If something pops one time, that method instantly gets passed.
Why do you think
Marcus.
the streamer you got/gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go.
Okay, listen. And I stand by that. I said what I said.
Recreate someone's whole flow. Like let's say you try to do the DDG, it's not gonna work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched.
Why do you think that streamer you got/gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.
Because y'all didn't get in. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, dude, whenever he asked me that question, okay, no spoilers, sorry.
Go a long, long way for the channel. Come tag
No
along
spoilers,
for
no
Ohmeezzy'S
spoilers.
University, right? We could build
No
a
spoilers.
bigger and greater community along the way. Now, back into the video. When caiuwus
It's a motion party, you cannot get in.
A lot of people thought it was the end-all, be-all for streamers new coming into the space. They thought if they were to get on in this sort of event, they would have the finish line as opposed to a good starting point. And thus started the disingenuous grading scale of what caiuwus could do for people in the streaming space. And a year later, people are looking back at Streamer University and calling it nothing but a success. And I honestly don't think it's fair. One tweet that I saw asked if there was any notable creator that had come.
Shout out to everyone who tagged me this tweet. This tweet went crazy online. And a bunch of you guys tagged me in it. And I love you guys. And I appreciate everybody who tags me and stuff like this. Because it's hard out here, bro. Like living every single day grinding. It does take a mental toll on you. So whenever you guys like recognize me in literally any kind of way online, like you're just like tagging me in a post, like that means the world to me. I love y'all. Thank you.
from this event. And truly and honestly, maybe they don't know, but there have been a lot of resounding successes from Streaming University. First and foremost, Yana was technically on Drake's album. I don't know how that can't be viewed as some sort of success. Then I would say somebody like Extra Emily benefited directly from Streamer University.
Emily went
people
crazy.
Notice her, i.e. The Weeknd's producer, notice her directly from Streamer University.
I will say this is one of the weirdest things in the world. To me, I don't know like how genuine her shock and surprise was. I'm sure it's very genuine because it's like when there are people that you look up to that recognize you, or people in spaces that you're like, I'm not on their radar, and they recognize you, it is one of the craziest feelings in the world. And like, I mean, it's really cool. I love getting approached by people and they're like, oh, hi, you're Kai. Like, I like your content. That's so sick. Something that's even sicker is whenever you like a creator or you like an artist and they recognize you. That is crazy. That's like, dude, right off of Love Island, when Jeremiah was doing all the rounds with people on his streams, I ran into him at TwitchCon and I was like, oh, can I get a flick? And he was like, oh my God, yeah, of course, you're Kai, right? Getting recognized by someone from Love Island is insane. Like, that's crazy. Like, because no, like Silky and I run in the same spaces, right? Like Silky's a much bigger than creator than I am, but we're both still streamers. Like, at the end of the day, that is still my peer. Jeremiah has no reason, like someone from Love Island has no reason knowing who the fuck I am. And that's so cool when they do. Have I met famous actors? I don't think I've run into any famous actors. No, I don't think so. Have I? No, I don't think I have. That's so exciting. It is. Motion? Is that considered motion? I guess, maybe. But it's honestly, it's really like more of an honor than anything else. Like, I see it as more of an honor than anything else. It's just incredibly amazing to have been platformed to a position where people know who I am and they support me, even if they really have no reason knowing who the frick I am, you know?
And The Weeknd knows who you are. I promise on my life, he knows who you are. He does? The reason why I know, because he was at my studio last year. He was recording something. And he was watching SU, and he was like, oh, I like her perspective of SU and how she was walking around with the selfie stick all alone by herself.
And somebody like Tota arguably is the biggest streamer to come out of Streamer University. Not just landing him thousands upon thousands of viewers from being somebody who had a low viewer count, but also having the opportunity to join streamer group The Clover Boys. DDG went from niche internet fame to fully mainstream. Blasian Baby Lola pivoted into a...
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, a lot of people did already have some kind of platform, you know? How have I been? I've been good, Trip, sorry. Yeah, a lot of people already did have some kind of platform, but I feel like it would be so silly to discount people's success, because like, obviously, like, to be featured on a Drake album, that's crazy. Like, that's insane, regardless of who you are, you know? So I think even though like Yana was already platformed before SU, like she already had a really big following before, it doesn't mean that she hasn't grown. It doesn't mean that she hasn't done her big one.
More corporate setting. Lala Baptiste, Jay Cinco, Arky, they all built real audiences from Streamer University. People benefited tremendously from the opportunity to come together, create content with one another, collaborate with like-minded individuals, and ultimately be broadcasted to a new, wider audience. Now, I believe that those streamers mentioned definitely did Streamer University right, and they took advantage of what was to come afterwards. But there were some what people would perceive as a downsides of Streamer University and the aftermath of it.
I know exactly I don't know exactly what he's going to say, but I have a feeling it's going to be some of the things where people are like, I have seen people say they're not looking forward to SU Part 2 coming back because they're scared it's going to create more like egotistical creators and like creators that maybe aren't the most positive on the platform, you know?
Changed the streaming industry completely.
Streaming is dying out, you know what I'm saying?
Streaming.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you think streaming is dying out?
Hell yeah. Streaming is like, it just became so oversaturated, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally,
I don't think that streaming is dying. Let me listen to his point before I answer. But I think that streaming is doing the opposite of dying out. What do I do now? Nothing. Yeah, I'm reacting to the Ohmeezzy video right now, Prince. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I reacted to a tweet. That's it. All I did was react to a tweet, and then they got on my ass. That's it.
from a creator standpoint, I feel like once you become, it just became so oversaturated, you know? So I feel like, me personally, from a creator standpoint, I feel like once streaming university came, if everything up. It made the numbers
Wow.
feel unreal. Like back then, niggas having 7,000, bro. When you had 7,000 like a year ago, bro, that's like equivalent to a nigga having 60,000 right now.
Now, I think a little bit of context needs to.
Okay, I do understand what he's saying by like the numbers being crazy. Like, because my peak viewership at SU was 7,000 as well, which was absolutely insane. But I think that my average for the 3.5 days at SU was 200 to 300 viewers, which is kind of crazy whenever you think about it. It's like my average at SU is what people are maintaining now, which is what I tell people too, is it's like, I didn't really fall off. I never really had, like, I didn't have a big audience while I was out there. Like, I had a lot of people come in. I had hella people come in, but no one really stuck around because there was nothing for them to latch on to. But yeah, like, my numbers at SU were lower than, like, what fucking Snow Cone pulls in on just, like, a 10-hour stream playing a set of Corsa now, which is insane to think about. But, like, I do understand that because there are so many people on the platform, it feels harder to get viewers. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I do this shit for the love of the game. Maybe it's because I see so much success on my other platforms and I see that directly correlate to my streams. But I don't know. I feel like being a content creator is one of the most flourishing businesses right now. Like, as your, I don't know, to be your own personal brand is one of the, not easiest, but it's an incredibly satisfying thing. Whether you're a streamer on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, I feel like it's incredibly worthwhile because social currency is only becoming more and more important to a lot of people. Not even like clout-wise, just like it's flourishing in the sense where it's like the better your network, the better your lifestyle is. Because even me as a smaller creator, knowing the people that I do, I get opportunities that I really have no reason to have. I get into rooms and spaces that I truly wouldn't belong in if I didn't know the people that I do. And it is great for personal development as well. It helps with public speaking. It helps with personal management. It helps with organization. It helps with accountability. It helps with discipline. I think that content is one of the things that I think has taught me the most in my life. I've never understood how people can convince themselves it's dying when there's so many ways to utilize your creativities within the field. I think it's because people only see it as the analytics. Only the analytics is like, people only care about analytics these days, and it's what's killing content. When with so many people being smaller creators at SU, gaining traction, and obviously like getting money. But with that, a lot of people are like, oh, it's that easy to blow up overnight. So I think it's saturated in the sense that a lot of people think it's an easy thing to do, rather than it's saturated because a lot of people actually stick with it. That's so loud. What are we yapping about? Well, we talked about how I was getting roasted on Twitter again, and I'm in an Ohmeezzy video. So, we're reacting to the video about SU. It's Streamer University was not what people thought it was. So we're reacting to it. Not again. Yes, bro, again. Well, okay. It's because the Rakai clip page, the Rakai updates page, who follows me, by the way, posted a clip of me. And so I was like, can y'all at least use my name, bro? Holy shit. And then people started roasting me. Nobody knows your name, bro. We don't know you. Hope that random girl was okay. Being known for being called unattractive is diabolical, knowing the way you tried to grow a name out of it. Like, it's just so funny. Send it to me. I'm gonna read it on my stream. Okay, bet. I'll give you all the docs. But it's always, I think the funny thing about it is like it's just the fact that everyone's like, you tried to like grow a name out of it whenever I had less than 100 viewers whenever that clip happened. Like, I actually I've been getting rage baited for an entire year. I gotta rip that fat piss. Oh my God. I pray to God that I get a normal friend one day that doesn't say like things like that in my stream. That's so crazy. I'm kidding. Enjoy your post-stream situation, King. Enjoy.
Like a year ago, bro, that's like equivalent to a nigga having 60,000 right now.
But yeah, okay. They are boring. Oh. People saying you're not pretty, how blind are they? Well, I look chopped a lot. Like, I'm not gonna listen. I look like a chud a lot of the time. I'm not saying that people are wrong in that sense, but like that's what they like know me for, which is always crazy. Aztec, that's a crazy one. Is this humble maxing? No, it's not humble maxing. I'm being honest. I look really bad a lot of the time. Like, this is not me. Like, this isn't like pity, sympathy. Like, here's the thing. People think that I'm always like sympathy farming and pity farming because I'm just very, very honest. I am just very blunt and honest. I look really bad sometimes. That is just a fact of the matter. Sometimes I don't feel like doing my hair. Sometimes I'm only going to put on a hoodie and sweats. It's fine. Me being ugly is like not a sense of like my character. Like, sometimes I don't look good. Sometimes I drool in my sleep and I wake up and I look really crusty. Like, obviously I'm going to look hella crusty whenever I wake up and I drooled. Like, that's just how life is. If you catch me at a bad angle, I'm going to look ugly. If I'm slouching, I'm going to look ugly. When I'm bloated and my pants are too tight, I'm going to look chubbier. Like, it's not like, these are just facts. This is not me putting myself down. That is simply what it is. That is how life is. That is what humans are. We don't look good all the time. And that's fine. It's not that serious. You don't need to look good all the time. You're just authentic and natural. But you're our chud. I am y'all's chud. And you guys are my chuds. I'm just a realist. Exactly. Everyone does. Exactly. Everyone does. Everyone looks bad at a certain angle. Everyone has moments where they don't look the best. And I just don't care. I just do not care. You're still a baddie to some. I believe I'm a baddie. Well, no, I don't think I'm a baddie. I think I'm a cutie. I don't really think I have like the baddie nature in me. I think I'm a cutie patootie though. I like being cutesy. Anyway, back to the video.
Take a little bit of.
I think I'm going to make my editor deal with this one because I don't feel like editing this one. Because I've been yapping a lot. And we're 3 minutes into a 30-minute video. Also, my editor's name is Kai. Sorry, Kai. You are the editor, though. Shut up. Shut up. We only 3 minutes in. Okay, focus up. Can y'all please focus once in your lives? Damn.
7,000 like a year ago, bro. That's like equivalent to a nigga having 60,000 right now.
Now, I think a little bit of context
Yes.
needs to be added. First and foremost, during Stream University, somebody like a DDG hit 200,000 live viewers. And everyone was
Yes.
about at 15K to 30K. So 500.
I was at less than 10K the whole time. And I peaked at 7K. And the only reason I peaked at 7K was because Kai Sinat was on my stream. I peaked at 7K when Kai was in my room.
to 1,000 viewers, it almost seemed like it wasn't impressive anymore. I do think that the goalpost moved, but most
Yes, the
importantly,
goalpost
out of
did
a
move,
streaming
100%.
university, I saw so many people want to hop into streaming. Now, I think
Yes.
it's worth noting, Jay Cinco was at Streamer University and definitely monetized off of it. He's just pointing out the fact that people showed up to the gold rush that he got in early on. But that's basically how every single gold rush works. People see this
true.
thing blow up in the space, and then everyone rushes to do it. Most of them doing it with half-assed attempts, to be quite honest with you. If you go back and look at all those people who bought phones after Streaming University, some of your favorite content creators who stepped into streaming, and just some people who tweeted, I wanted to get into streaming right after Streaming University, a lot of them aren't doing it now. A lot of
That part, a lot of people aren't doing it. But like, I don't think it's anyone's fault that they thought that streaming was something that it's not. I think from a viewer side, and listen, I used to be just a viewer on streams, so I completely get it. I understand how misleading it is. On the outside, it seems like you, especially for IRL streamers, I want to say this in terms of IRL streamers, because like, I used to be like a Valorant streamer, I used to be an Overwatch streamer. The lifestyle is very different. Living as an IRL streamer in this circle specifically, it is hectic. And one of the reasons, the way that I learned so quickly that like how much work people were putting in was talking to Agent's assistant right off of SU whenever they took us to the AMP house. He was saying like, yeah, at SU we were only getting like 2 hours of sleep. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, like maybe, if that. Like we weren't really sleeping during SU because we were just trying to think of ideas during the night. And then, you know, we're figuring out like the brand deal situation for you guys. We're talking to these brands about how we can like really leverage this for content. And then we're also talking about how we can get collabs in during Streamer University to get more content out of it that's not just SU based, it's more agent based, right? So they're up thinking about how to create things for SU, for the students, and for and like just like for agent himself, right? And of course, off of SU, you can't stop. They're thinking about what to do afterwards as well. So they're making calls about collabs afterwards. They're taking calls about like with their graphics artists for marathons that they have coming up. And AMP Summer was definitely being planned at that point. So they're probably also trying to think about shit like that. So whenever you realize how much work goes into being consistent as an IRL streamer, it's like, this shit is not necessarily all fun. It's not all fun. It's a lot of hard work. And that's not to say that the work is not fun. What's the topic? Being an IRL streamer. That's not to say that the work of being an IRL streamer is not fun, but fuck, is it a lot of work? And you have to be consistent. And you have to make so many calls. So like imagine when you see people at SU and you're like, I want to get into it, and you don't have a team. So for me, I'm my own camera person. I plan my own flights. I plan my own schedule. I have to reach out for networking. I have to reach out to set up collabs. When collabs fall through, I have to figure something out. I have to call companies to make sure I can shoot there. I have to get a place to stay. Like I'm doing all of this. And on top of that, I had to show up on stream and be positive, upbeat, not exhausted, and like I still have to show up, right? Because if I don't show up, then what's the point of setting everything else up? I can't just show up on the big days. I also have to do the stuff in between. So I think that's something that a lot of people didn't realize. What I have for the NBA Finals, I want the Knicks to win really bad. I really do. Yeah, like I feel like that's a really big thing. Good problems to have. I'm not saying it's bad. I've never said that. And again, I say it's very fun. I'm just saying that the reason a lot of people don't do this anymore, and it's only been a year. It's only been 1 year since SU, and people are already tapping out because they can't handle it. Your pause for is not. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. There we go. All of them. Oh, because someone created a clip. There you go. Okay, back to the video, shall we? But yeah, like IRL is really hard to get into, and it's hard to stay in. It's fast. IRL streamers move fast. Also, like, what is it? The scheduling is crazy. I think most of the IRL stuff that I've been invited to the week of. So thank goodness I moved to LA, because a lot of the opportunities, the parties, the volleyball thing that I went to, the Giannis girls night, all of those things I got invited to within probably 72 hours of it happening. And then I'm like, okay, well, like time to figure out how to make this work. Time to figure out how to fit into the schedule. So I really do understand why it's like hard to stick with it.
To do it. Most of them doing it with half-assed attempts, to be quite honest with. And then everybody's monetized off of it. He's just pointing out the fact that people showed up to the gold rush that he got in early on. But that's basically how every single gold rush works. People see this thing blow up in the space, and then everyone rushes to do it. Most of them doing it with half-assed attempts, to be quite honest with you. If you go back and look at all those people who bought phones after...
Well, also the half-assed attempts, I feel like it's not even that people aren't trying. I think it's that people didn't realize how hard they'd have to try. Especially because IRL is like the rat race. I think like gaming clips are a lot easier to blow up off of because you have something to directly react to every single time. IRL, you never know what's going to happen. And like, at least with gaming clips, you can I guess it's the same with IRL. But it's like you put yourself in a certain position to get the clip, right? Like, I've literally gone into, like, Rivals games, Overwatch games, Valorant games, and whenever I'm in, like, role select, I'm like, hey, guys, I'm a girl. If you're a misogynist, dodge now. You know, like, I can bait people like that. I can set myself up for success to get, like, toxic teammate YouTube videos out of them. I feel like that's really easy to do. IRLs, whenever you're messing with, like, real people, It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Do you think you do fireside chatting content, or is more like, what do you mean fireside chatting content? Do I not do that already? Do I not already chat like that? Hi, Mr. Dead. WD Lagoon. Overwatch videos? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and you can just like run games over and over and over again. Exactly. I don't really understand how I don't think that Sarby and I really make different content, really, whenever it comes to like chatting. It's different than how you operate, then I probably won't do it.
Streaming University, some of your favorite content creators who stepped into streaming, and just some people who tweeted, I wanted to get into streaming right out of Streaming University. A lot of them aren't doing it now. A lot of them have totally stopped. A lot of them have fallen off wholeheartedly. Now, most of these people are probably looking for an opportunity to uplift themselves from whatever financial burdens that they had, not understanding how real of a task and job streaming actually is.
Also, streaming, IRL streaming can suck so much money out of you. Like, I think that the return on streaming is not that great, especially as a smaller creator. Whenever you're a smaller creator, the return on streaming is not great, because you end up investing a lot more than what people will give back to you, and you're not going to make enough off of ads or off of subs or bits, unless you just have like an Euler column, which I do not have. So every time I do a project, like I'm just like dipping into my bank account every single time. So it's like I'm not in it for the money. If I was, I would just be a chatting streamer or just a gaming streamer, because holy shit, do I lose money doing this shit. I lose so much money doing this shit, bro.
They thought it was something that could be fun, monetizable, and taken lightly, but it's actual serious hard work. One where you have to devise a plan and a strategy that leads to a long and fruitful career. Or you could attempt to take the shortcut like some of these content creators did and go the whole insane attention farming type situation.
Y'all closed? I got some money for you.
We are closed.
I'm famous. You can't do me like that. Can't make me a taco? Damn, nigga. I can't get a chicken taco?
I hate seeing clips like this. I hate seeing clips like this, bro. I really do. I really do hate seeing clips like this. It makes me sad.
Just make me a taco. Sit down. I give you $100. You don't want $100? Wow, that's...
Listen, I've worked so many regular jobs that I could never do this to people. I could never do this to people, even for a clip. Ever in my life.
Crazy.
I could never.
That's fucked up, man. You gonna do that in front of 20,000 people? Hey, La Berea, fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie, chicken taco does sound kind of good right now.
I also really hate when people do, like, whenever people call out companies for doing what they were gonna do anyway. You know, it's like, bruh, they are closed. Go get some Taco Bell like the rest of us. Go get some Taco Bell like the rest of us. Or plan better. Plan better. I don't know. Just maybe a taco, girl. I know. I saw that clip and I was like, I'm not touching that one. Like that. Whenever it hit my timeline, I was very sad. I was very, very sad about that. Whenever it hit my timeline, I was like, bruh, there's no way. I'm tired as fuck at work. Last thing I need is someone with a big ass question asking me a goofy ass question. Yeah, like I just can't imagine like having a bad day at work and someone comes over with a camera and a light in my face and they're like hounding me to make them a taco whenever it's time for me to go home. Are y'all back from the ads? Yes? Yay! Okay. Back at it.
I ain't gonna hold you. Now, on surface, this clip is kind of funny, but the problem is that she said, I'm famous. Therefore, you should stay open for me. Therefore, you should make me some sort of chicken taco. And the bigger problem is that this type of personality trait or type of content that you're going for supersedes any type of content that you're, you know, supposed to be getting known for. They're gonna remember the arrogance. They're gonna remember the entitlement over anything.
See, this is my thing too. Is I would rather fall off and stand by every clip of me that's out there than do some outrageous shit for some attention and then have that follow me instead. You know what I mean? Because like at least the clip that people keep posting of me is a clip that I'm like, okay. And I showed emotions. Like, how are you gonna, like, what are you trying to prove here? You know, rather than the people who are like, you know, it's like the Cutie Cinderella phase situation where it was like she was getting backlash because they've had criticism about like homophobia, right? Like, it's like, oh, okay, so that's a much bigger deal. That's a much bigger deal, and that is something that you do have to answer to, right? And that's something that's going to follow them. And so it's like, at least whenever I'm up and people try to drag me down, people are trying to drag me down for having an actual emotional reaction rather than me being a bad person. That's like, okay. like whatever. Hurry up, somebody stream Kai throwing it back. And I stand by that too. So I shook a little bit of ass at the OSCS party one time. What about it?
Thing. A platform like StreamerU gave Samaya the recognition, but recognition only matters if you can convert it into a real audience. This is why people connected this specific moment of Samaya to the academics criticism from a minute ago.
We know you for literally fucking a rapper. That's why we know you.
Don't ever try to do that, bitch. I want to stream you and all that. I don't give a fuck. Don't downplay shit I got going on.
The criticism wasn't not just that.
I'm sorry, that was dead funny. Wait, that was
Samaya to the academics criticism from a minute
Oh
ago.
my
We
God.
know you for literally fucking a rapper. That's why we know you.
Don't ever try to do that, bitch. I want to stream you and all that. I don't give a fuck. Don't downplay shit I got going on.
The criticism wasn't not just that these people
that's so funny to me.
aren't famous.
That's a crazy clip.
Wasn't not just that these people aren't famous. The criticism was that these people were acting like the platform had already made them stars before they actually built anything. Arguably the
Yes. Yes. And here's the other thing too, is I think that maybe I would be more insecure about my standing as a creator if I carried myself as someone who felt like people owed them something. Like if I came off of SU with like my chest puffed out and I was like egoing y'all and I was like, man, fuck you guys. I'm up now. I'm forgetting my day ones. Like if I unironically was moving like that, then I think I'd be more ashamed of where I am now. But the thing is, at SU, I literally was like, dude, like, I know it's going to happen. Like, you guys are following me because of virality, not because you guys actually fuck with me. And I'll just prove that you guys should fuck with me. And I've had that mindset since day one. Oh, hell no, forgetting your day ones. Okay, let me friend you on Discord so I can unfriend you on Discord. Kai, you do? I tell you guys, like, fuck off. But, like, I tell my friends to fuck off, too. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're talking about me talking to you, how I talk to y'all, yeah, I talk shit. I banter with y'all all the time. And I'll do it again and again and again. But, like, if I actually had an attitude off of SU, I would be like, dude, I'm, like, so embarrassed. But I have nothing to be embarrassed of. Kai called me broke boy and dunked on me. Yo, what is up with this slander? I deadass went to Danny's stream yesterday. And like everyone was like, would you collab with this person? Would you collab with this person? Would you collab with this person? And I commented, I said, would you collab with caiuwus? And he said, man, I think that caiuwus don't fuck with me for real. caiuwus aura farmed on me whenever I saw her at the suburbs talk party. She called me a fat ass. I was like, yo, chill. Danny's over here saying I called him fat and shit. Over here, ignored him. He said I walked past him. Mind you, I'm the one who walked up to him and asked for a picture. I got a picture with him. caiuwus told me it's a motion party and I cannot get in. Bro, V, I would never do that to you. Guys, stop. Guys, I'm humble. I'm like down to earth and humble. Don't do this. Kai hates my pink hair, Sag. Oh my, you guys are so dramatic. I can't, this is why I talk shit to y'all. This is why I talk shit to y'all, because y'all piss me off. Because you guys are bad PR. Humble, you who we lying to? Give me that VIP badge. Give me that fucking VIP badge. Girl, Streamer University. What about it? caiuwus still talks Streamer University. Well, yeah, because it just got announced, Goofy. Kai said she wanted to give me $2 if I was homeless. Wait, what? What? I asked Kai about LeBron James. She said, who? Okay, see, now this is getting out of hand. This is just getting out of hand. If they were in SU, they'd never shut the fuck up about it, let's be honest. Bro, the thing is, I've never really brought it up unprompted. I don't talk about Streamer University unprompted. It just gets asked all the time. People just ask about it all the time. Kai gave me a wedgie and dunked my head in a stall. Kai said she wouldn't spit on me if I were on fire. What is going on? I didn't even know that half of you guys were in chat. Why are you guys talking now? Go back to lurking.
Worst part about Streaming University is that it gave some streamers and content creators the thought process in their mind that they were just famous enough that they didn't have to actually go out there and build an audience. And when attention doesn't turn into a real audience, some creators don't respond by actually building and growing a real audience, getting down dirty and building up a community. No, they respond by chasing these moments, these viral moments, these things that get them clipped. And this is where you introduce a Nina Lynn situation.
And that's why I don't clip farm like that. This is literally what I was saying off of SU. People are like, clip farm, clip farm, clip farm. But the thing is, listen, right off of SU, I felt like I was like in a whirlpool, like of comments and information and trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do as a creator. So it was like trying to start clip farming as soon as SU ended. I was like, this is not for me. I'm not going to do it. I got clipped. I did get clipped out of context a few times. I got clipped doing some dumb shit, doing natural stuff, whatever. But I never went out of my way to clip farm at that time. I do it now. I definitely clip farm now. The motion party clip, that's obvious. That's obviously a clip farm. Like, come on. Like, those are always fun. Like, and the thing is, I don't really think that I have to only do positive clips. I think the motion party clip was funny. Right? Because as I say, and as like me and my friends all know, it's like at the end of the day, we're all laughing about it behind the scenes. We're all laughing about it behind the scenes. So I don't really care about any of that. But on the outside, people see that and they really think it's disrespect. And that's just part of clip farming. That's part of the game. People kept thinking you hated Chloe, like yelling at roommates. Yeah, but the thing is, part of content is recognizing that not everyone is going to know all of your personal relationships. Sometimes you just got to do shit. Like I said, like, and I haven't watched the VOD, so I don't know what people said, but literally I looked Redify in the eyes at the volleyball tournament and I said, you specifically shut the fuck up, because I dove for a ball and he started going, how's that sand taste? How's that sand taste? He's like, eat sand. And he was just like playing with the volleyball sand. Because I ate sand because I missed the ball and I dove for it. And I went, you specifically shut the fuck up. I wouldn't say that to him if I'd never talked to him before. If I've never interacted with him before, I would not have said that. But that's how clip farming works, is you just say shit. Does it taste good? No. I had so much sand in my mouth. I had to rinse my mouth out whenever I got to my car. I went to work and you're still on this? Well, I am a streamer, Dawn. So yes, yes, I do talk in the just chatting category. I don't know how to like break this down to you guys, but that is how chatting works.
Into the mix.
Okay.
This is where you introduce a Nina Lynn situation into the mix.
And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This is like the most barren argument. I cannot. What the hell? 1, 2.
Do not be recording.
I'm saying that
It's just me. It's just me. Listen, we got no one else on there. 1, 2. Fuck. Bitch. Shit.
Now follow me. For what it's worth, Nina Lynn and Samaya are not the same example at all. Samaya is somebody who represents entitlement after the attention. Nina Lynn, on the other hand, represents chasing attention after the spotlight starts fading. When you go to an event like a Streamer University and you're surrounded by all these other streamers, your numbers look more huge than what they actually are. They look inflated. And so coming back
inflated.
from a Streamer University back.
That is a thing. A lot of people have instant response. Oh, what is this? Danny Bans hates caiuwus. Write it down, clip it, and ship it. He hates me. He avoided.
I'm glad I do. No, I like Kai. I would love to collab with her, man. As soon as she gets off her fucking high horse and comes and fucks with your boy and doesn't ego me at fucking parties and shit, yeah, I'd love to collab with her. I love you, Kai.
I've never egoed him before in my life. Wait for it. I did not ego him. He's lying like shit. He's lying like shit, bro. This picture. Oh, did I not post a picture of us? Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, what? Did I only? No. Wait, I swear I posted a picture with Danny. I swear I posted a picture with Danny. Wait, right here. Guess who asked for this picture? Me. I asked for the picture. I asked for the picture with Danny. Now I'll hit him up about a collab though. I'll hit him up for a collab. I'll hit him up since he's apparently a shy guy. Thought it was over for a second, bro. Me too. Okay, back to the video, bro. We're dead ass 7 minutes in the video. We haven't even gotten to my part yet.
Like a streamer university, and you're surrounded by all these other streamers. Your numbers look more huge than what they.
Oh, but this is what I was gonna say too. Is like the whole inflation thing that he's talking about is so accurate, because people seeing you at streamer university, they think those are the numbers that you're gonna pull in all the time. It's like, no, that's my peak. Like, that's my peak, buddy. That is not how I am just every day. Like, me being at hundreds of viewers at SU, obviously that inflation is going to go down. And then people are going to get busy. People are going to get into relationships. People are going to have families. People are going to start school. And because I didn't have exponential growth, because to be honest, part of the problem with SU as well was that it was really only one audience, right? It was Kai Cenat's audience for the most part. It was his audience coming in to find us. And so because I don't produce content like Kai Cenat, and I was also, that was my first time ever IRLing, like, it was incredibly hard for me to get into that zone, into the realm of, like, that space. So that also made my numbers go down because, you know, it's obviously more entertaining to watch someone who knows what they're doing instead of someone who's figuring it out. So, I mean, it's all part of life and content.
Actually are. They look inflated. And so coming back from a streaming university back to your hometown, people were chasing that high again. People were chasing that feeling as the numbers dwindled down. But instead of, I don't know, planning out different collaborations with content creators, they sought the fast track. They did whatever they needed to do to get people looking again. But the problem is that people looking again doesn't mean that people actually care. Drama can create a viral moment.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what I've been saying for an entire year. Let's listen to him say that again, because, oh my gosh, that is what I've been saying. Oh, thank you, Geek. We're literally watching the Ohmeezzy video right now. Isaiah W. Daily Goon, and yes, I did I face revealed before SU, but I think I'd only been face cam streaming for 3 months at that point. So I also didn't understand how to use a camera. Like, I also was like not used to having a camera on me. I can't believe we got an Ohmeezzy caiuwus collab before a Danny Bands collab. That is a good calm, actually.
They did whatever they needed to do to get people looking again. But the problem is that people looking again doesn't mean that people actually care. Drama can create a viral moment for what it's worth, but it doesn't mean that you have some sort of loyal audience. In fact,
yes. How long have I been watching him? I've been watching him for about a year now. I started watching Ohmeezzy whenever I got into the IRL space, which was around SU time. So since then, because I was trying to figure out what people were doing to be successful in content and figure out like what was going on in this like new space that I've been integrated into. Cause like, bro, imagine literally having 0 viewers that watch IRL content to going to streamer university. Is that not crazy? Like, cause that's literally what happened to me. I didn't watch IRL content. I didn't stream IRL content. I knew nothing about it. Nothing. And I went to SU and I was like, yo, I'm lost in the sauce right now, bruh.
Create a viral moment for what it's worth, but it doesn't mean that you have some sort of loyal audience. In fact, it probably will create the opposite effect. It'll create a loyal audience of people trying to see you fail. And then after that, the controversy becomes the brand. That right there is the trap. Streamer U gave Nina Lynn a chance to create a lane, but the lane that she decided is something that people will mostly remember her for being controversial in. But not every failure looks loud and messy. Some people didn't crash the moment. They just let the moment pass them by. Indie Love presents a different type of missed opportunity. She already had the name recognition going into the event, so her issues weren't exposure. I've known India Love since about 2014 back.
Yeah, India Love, she's like OG. India Love is like an OG online, actually. I feel like SU is an opportunity to just never let it go to your head. Yeah, that's valid. I think that's a really big lesson that a lot of us learn. Don't let it get to your head. A loyal audience that loves to see you fake. To love to see you fail. Yes. Like, virality creates two very polar opposite sides. People that are like undying support, not undying, but like people that are just like very aggressive supporters, and people that are like ready for you to fall off. Like there are some people that have been following me since SU, and then like they'll randomly come into chat or randomly like DM me and be like, oh, you finally fell off. I'm like, yo, where did you come from? Where did you come from? You switch up on me after SU? Bro, I never liked you from day one. What are we talking about?
In the Tumblr days. Her issue was more so about
Yes,
closure.
2014, she was a Tumblr girl first.
I've known India Love since about 2014 back in the Tumblr days. Her issue was more so about conversion. If you take a look at this screenshot.
Damn.
India Love had great viewership.
She did have really great viewership. Wow.
And it dwindled fast. One of the reasons why is because she most likely did not have any sort of identity or characteristic that would have people coming back to her streams and her content. Most of the time.
And I think that's the same thing that happened to me. That's like the same thing that happened to me is because I had no identity as an IRL streamer and I had no idea what this space was really about. It was impossible almost to get people engaged in what it is I wanted to do because even I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, it's like at least whenever I was playing games, I was like, oh, ranked. Like I was a ranked demon. I loved playing ranked games. That was my shit. So that was like really easy for people to follow along with. And then IRL came around and people were like, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do as a, they're like, what do you want to do as an IRL streamer? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea at all. I would love to see caiuwus again at SU. Might be alone in this slot though. I've had a couple people ask me if I wanted to go, if I was going to go. I've had a couple people say like they want to see me there. I'm definitely going to apply. I'm going to apply. And I mean, my thing is everything in life happens for a reason. And like, I think regardless of what happens, I'm like so blessed and so honored to be in the content space, like point blank. Like it is really, really hard to be recognized in this space, especially by people that you like, especially by the creators that you look up to. Like, I think even just knowing that some of my favorite creators like Cinna, like sees my content sometimes, that's good enough for me, baby. Like that's good enough for me. Do you think you could be a teacher? I don't know what I teach necessarily. Probably like authenticity and content or something like that. I would do anything for SU. Well, not anything. That's crazy. But like I would be like even like a helper, if not like a student or something. I'd be down to just clown. But I think everyone feels that way, you know? That's just a cool thing to do.
A male streamer in the space, most notably DDG. And we all know how that ended up in her most notable moment post-Streamer University.
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
This was an opportunity for her to reposition herself. I can remember before Streamer University, Zoe Spencer came to the internet talking about how there weren't a lot of spaces for women to succeed without them being tethered to the guys. And
one of my goals still this year is to get more women together in content. Like that is one of my big goals as a content creator still. Like I definitely love doing events and like obviously I love when my events are all inclusive. I love my boys, obviously HCHO, it's literally 2 guys and 1 girl. So it's like I get it. I love my boys, but I really want to push working with more women and I should really prioritize it more for the second half of this year. Because it's June. So like I really should reach out to more girlies. But it is really hard because again, like a lot of women do indeed, yes, tether themselves to men, but also it is harder to make genuine friendships, I think, with the girls in the streaming space, in my opinion, because it's just more intimidating. I don't know exactly why, but like I've always struggled more talking to women in the space than men. I think it might be a ratio thing. I think it might just be like I've just met more men than women in the space, especially in the IRL space. IRL space isn't like there are a lot of women in it, but like IRL events, getting active IRLs, it's a little bit different than like just like desktop, you know? let's see more women in gaming who aren't coming up off men. I feel like it's like, my thing is, it's not about coming up off men. I think it's that, again, it's a ratio thing. Success-wise, when you look at it, a lot of the men are very successful, and there are a shit ton of men in the streaming space in general, especially gaming. But like, I think that it's just like, whenever you're in a very specific niche, trying to get women that you enjoy hanging out with and make good content with, it like is hard, you know, because you have to think, I like to think about it like dating, right? It's like, okay, so here's your pool, right? Do you work with people above a certain age or below a certain age? Lower the pool. Already you're separating it by gender, right? So change the pool. Oh wait, you're right. I should probably record because my shit is like lagging. But so it's like, okay, so let's say, okay, so it's only women. Narrow down. Age, narrow down. People that you actually vibe with, narrow down. I live in LA, so I need people to IRL with me that live in LA. Narrow down. People that aren't so busy that they can actually collaborate with me. Narrow it down. Because it's like, I'm friends with like Max, right? Like Aozami. Like, she and I are connected. I'm connected with her. I'm connected with Sakura. I wouldn't call her my friend. We've only met once. We don't talk. I wouldn't put myself on the level of friendship with her. But like, I have access to her, right? But whenever everything is considered, it's like, I vibe with her. I like her. I want to work with her. But also, then you have to incorporate the schedules. It's like, okay, well, fuck. Like, when is their time? I feel like there's so much that goes into being able to hang out with people for IRL streams. And then also, like, you have to remember, it's a business. So as much as I'd love to hang out with certain people, business-wise, it is more beneficial for them to hang out with other people. You know, it's more beneficial for them to hang out with larger creators, and that's men or women. Being friends with women as an adult is so hard. No one ever told me this. I don't have a hard time being friends with women in general. I have a hard time becoming collaborators. Like, I just get like a little bit more nervous. It's like a lot of people that I reach out to as well also just like don't respond. Like, I know that I've said this before, but people are like, why don't you just collaborate? Just reach out to the person to collab. It's like, I do. We're all so busy that there's no way that everyone can respond. It's like do you guys remember the Emily CC clip where Emily was like, oh yeah, like I reached out to Senna. She like wasn't able to get back to me. And Emily wasn't saying it in a sympathy farm way. She just said matter of fact, like, oh yeah, I reached out to Senna. She didn't get back to me. And Senna was like, I feel bad because she messaged me whenever we were doing our storm chasing videos and our storm chasing streams. And I wasn't able to get back to her. And Senna was literally saying, she was like, I'm just getting so busy that I have to start saying no. She was like, I feel bad, but I have to start saying no. So it's one of those things where it's like, you just have to accept that not everyone can make time for you. And one of the biggest things, once you get this through your head as a content creator, it makes you feel so better. Never take a no personally. Never take a no personally, because it usually is not anything to do with you, right? Like, I asked Ohmeezzy'S if I could be part of their Overwatch tournament today because I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch so much, but they didn't hit me up for it. Why? I'm not as big as Aspen or Snowcone or Emily or Primate Page. It's like, it is still a business, and you don't, like, just because you don't get in, it's not like they don't like you. It's not that they don't want to work with you. It's that this is still a business at the end of the day. You not getting accepted into things doesn't mean that you're not a good creator. Also, you not getting into things just means, like, hey, put it together yourself. If you really want to be part of something, just be proactive, take initiative, and put things together yourself. That's what I really love about hanging out with the guys in the house is if something doesn't work out for us, but we like the idea, we're like, fuck, just do it ourselves. Like, why are we waiting for someone else to give us permission? That's dumb. That's stupid.
I've talked about that multiple times on this channel before, and India Love was put in a unique opportunity. She was positioned to separate herself from the pack and then ultimately embrace a whole different lane that streaming hadn't really tapped into. But she didn't really do that. She never separated herself. She never made a lane for herself. She never really took the opportunity to stand out and maybe even galvanize some of the young women in the streamer space. I would say that people left her streams not knowing what to expect, and that's probably true for the individual streams, but for the streams where she did exactly what she did. They put her in the box of a pick-me, which, hey, rightfully so. But at the end of the day,
People
it was
did
a
do
missed
that a lot, yeah.
opportunity because she didn't sever that tie to the existing fan base that was already there, that wasn't really there for her. So then anytime she had a moment, people would react, people would make their think pieces, but ultimately people would move on. And I could go on and on about different examples from Streamer University, but once you look at all of them, Ray's point becomes the part that explains the entire thing.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of streaming. Men are the largest creators in the space. Who else are you supposed to come up off of themselves? A lot of streaming discoverability is collabs. Very hard for anyone to do it alone. Well, and that's true. Collaboration is one really big thing that does help, but also coming up, you don't have to collab. There are very successful streamers that don't leave their rooms and they don't collab with other people. There are a lot of people that don't collab with other people that are very successful, incredibly successful. But obviously collaboration is important. I think that far too often we think that there's a one size fits all in content. So you're like, post 3 times a day, collaborate with this many people, climb the ladder, do this, do that, follow this kind of person, post this kind of video, don't post that kind of video, that doesn't work. But I personally think that a high quality collab or no collab is better than a low quality collab. Whenever I was like a small ass streamer, bro, whenever I like dead ass like 5 to 10 viewers, I had people that were like, hey, let's play Overwatch together as a stream. And, I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We're both small streamers. Let's collab. And then I've literally had people say, no one's in my chat. You can just talk and entertain anyone who comes in, because they didn't want to speak. So I don't think that collaboration, everyone wins. I think that good collaboration, everyone wins. I think that you have to pick people that you work well with. Like, for instance, I like collabing with Emily CC. I like collabing with Emily CC because she's always down to clown. Always down to clown. There are certain creators, I'm not going to say their names because that would be crazy, that I don't want to reach out to because I know how they are in collabs. Like, you guys know there are a lot of IRL streamers that are just like this on their phones the entire time. Like they're reading their chat the whole time, but they're not responding. They're not doing anything. Like there is like a lack of substance sometimes. And for me, I personally enjoy being a segment-based streamer. I like doing a segment. If I'm going to IRL, I like doing a segment. I like interacting with either my chat or with the person that I'm with. It doesn't matter which one necessarily, but I like to be talking. I like to be providing something. I don't want people to just be like, oh, I'm just watching someone look at their phone. Like, I like being a segment streamer, but that's also because I do shorter streams, right? Like, if I was streaming like Emily CC, yes, you guys would see me on my phone more, for sure. If I was as consistent as like Snowcone, Wendy, Evelyn, like Calixia, like those people, you would see me on my phone more. But because I do the hours that I do, I put a lot of pressure on my segments. And they have to provide something. They have to provide clips, and they need to provide YouTube videos. Because if I'm not producing content that can live offline once I in-stream, what's the point of me streaming? You know what I mean? Like, what have I actually gained from going live? So that, like, for me, that's my thing.
We got part two. How do I tell you? We not getting in, bro. if they're streaming you part two, I'm telling you, bro. Whoever go back the first time, you're not going back this time, bro. How do I tell you, bro?
Well,
it's over, bro.
It's over.
There's no way letting people from streaming you first go to a second. Like, there's no point.
It's over. It's over, bro. It's over. It's over.
The past streamers from Stream University,
it's over, bro.
Alumni back into the program because it's not some sort of crutch. It's not some sort of permanent support system. It was a launch pad. That means that the event in and of itself was temporary at best. You're not going to be that one alumni that's always hanging around the college campus,
super senior,
during
super
homecoming
senior,
or even past homecoming, trying to relive the glory days with your varsity jacket that you've clearly outgrown, still hitting on the girls at the local college bar. That's weird. That's disgusting.
Oh my God.
What you were supposed to do post Streamer University is take the clips, take the moments, take the attention, take all that opportunity and start building something when you were on your own. Because if your career only works when there's a Kai Cenat backed event, then ultimately you didn't build a career.
or a community. And I've been saying that every time y'all are like, just collab with this person who has thousands more viewers than you do. It's great for the day. It's great for the moment. But those people don't actually care about me. You know, like you have to build something yourself. Like, thank you, Mr. Ohmeezzy.
Just built dependency. You built another place and space for Kai Cenat to succeed, but not one in which you can thrive on your own or with collaborating with some of your peers that are also alumni.
Yes. I still think what he did last year holds weight today. Really? Yeah, Streamer University.
Absolutely, yes.
You know how much like further that pushed streaming in Streamer University?
Yes.
And how many like careers spawned off of that? Like, yeah, he could probably chill there for a minute.
Anyone making any sorts of criticisms about what happened to any of the streamers from Stream University, are there any successful ones, is being totally 100% disingenuous. And I think it's two reasons why they do this. One, I think it is a part to shade Kai Cenat because the internet's going to take an opportunity to shade him regardless. But two, and I think more importantly, just because it doesn't exist on your timeline doesn't mean that it did not happen. So I've taken...
Whoa! I always say that one. I always say that. It's like, just because I'm not in your algorithm doesn't mean that I'm not doing shit. Just because you only see me through these other people doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Also, like, speaking of collaboration, even just like appearing in things and around people goes so far. It's like, while a lot of people are like, oh, you suck because of the motion party clip. It's like, but you recognize me. But you recognize me. And it's like, you know, like a lot of people are like, that was mean. It's like, but you know who I am. And at the end of the day, you got to think about it in terms of like, there are so many people who are platformed for doing actual bad shit. Me making a joke to my friend does not matter. Does not matter to me at all.
Taking the opportunity to have conversation with a couple.
Yeah, some people do only care when you have a big following. Like, my firm belief is, well, here's the thing, right? Whenever my numbers start going up, a lot of people start popping out. But a lot of the time, it's not necessarily their fault. It's a numbers thing, right? Like, discoverability is hard. It's really hard to remind people, hey, I exist. It's very hard. So for me to expect everyone to pull through all the time would be crazy. But you can definitely tell what kind of people like to be like around a chat. But also, some people don't want to type in chat and be like, damn, I'm the only bitch here, right? I respect that too. So I know some people don't watch me whenever my numbers are lower because they're like, I don't want to be the only bitch in chat. I'll be back whenever you're up again. And some people really do just like being around the clout. Some people like feeling like they're around success or feeling like they're around someone whenever they're about to like have a big breakthrough. And I feel like that's also valid. Hi, Jabron. Found out about you from SU. Still follow your journey. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, and that's what matters. Like the thing is like, it's very nice whenever people keep up with you. And the big thing too is like, I have so many socials. I have Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. And I like have multiple accounts on a lot of those platforms. So it's like whenever you guys can't make it to stream, people are still interacting with me on my Instagram and still interacting with me on my Twitter, still interacting with me on my TikTok. It doesn't need to all be in one section. I don't care about numbers or clout. How are you as a person? That matters most. Exactly. And I feel like that's kind of the calm that we're building here. I feel like that's the kind of calm that we've built up is a lot of people that come in here are really genuine. A lot of y'all are super genuine and super kind and just like down to earth. Don't give a fuck about if we have like 10 viewers or like 10,000 viewers. Like you guys don't care about that. You guys are just here for good streams, good vibes, and maybe like your daily goons. Like that's W Daily Goon, by the way, wild card.
Of alumni from Streamer University to ask
alumni. I wonder who
during the process.
I wonder who's in it
to truly understand if
I wonder
they
who's
were
in this
or
part.
were not successful, or answer the age-old question: was Streamer University a waste?
I wonder who's in this part. I wonder.
Marcus, how you doing today, man?
Marcus,
I'm doing great. How you doing, Ohmeezzy?
Hello, I'm caiuwus, and I am a Streamer University alumni.
So the reason why I've asked you.
Oh my God, let's watch it. Let's watch it again. Oh my God, Mom, I'm on the TV. Mom, I'm on TV.
University a waste. Marcus, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Ohmeezzy?
Hello, I'm caiuwus, and I am a Streamer University alumni.
So the reason.
Oh my God, I ate that up. Wow, I'm so talented. Wow. I mostly follow your content offline, so what you said about socials is true. Yeah, because, bro, sitting down and watching someone for hours? crazy. Like, it's hard. She made it. I know her. One more time. Okay, every time I hear my voice from a different perspective, I'm like, damn, I sound like that? Because I edit my own stuff, and I'm usually so focused on the edit that I don't hear my voice. And then I hear my voice, and I'm like, I sound like that? Like, no wonder people think I'm a little boy whenever I play video games. One more time.
Was Streamer University a waste? Marcus, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Ohmeezzy?
Hello, I'm caiuwus, and I am a Streamer University alumni.
So the reason why I've asked you for this today is because maybe 5 days ago, it was the year anniversary of Streamer U.
Yep.
Shouts out to the Streamer U alums. Now, your walk is a little bit different because you were already in the space with the quote unquote big boys before Streamer U. But I want to know, after Streamer U, how has your life changed?
It's kind of been the same in the sense because, like how you said, I was already around the people, but it's just the obvious viewership increase that I've been able to maintain. Because I still wasn't, even though I was around them, I still was a small streamer before that. So yeah, so I would say obviously the viewership increase, which comes with, you know, the financial bonus and shit.
I do see that. I feel like because he's like in the circle, it was easier for him to benefit because he's still around those people. So it's like, because he showed who he was as a person and creator at SU, him being around them was only a boost because you were like, oh wait, yeah, I fuck with Marcus actually. Whereas whenever he was just like pretty much like strictly cam manning or being a creative director, it was harder to get to know his personality. So yeah, I could see that. But that's like, man, what a great boost for him. Like, I love Marcus so much. He deserves everything and more. Swizz, WD the Goon.
Like that, so I would say that because I didn't get too many clips off like some of the you know, the bigger guys, so it's not like I took off like
How have things been?
Thank you for the follow
since Streamer U.
Honestly, amazing. I feel like life has been so active. I low-key didn't even realize it's been a whole year since because I don't think I've ever been this busy in my life.
Oh wow. Is this with just different opportunities that come with being more visible in the space now?
Yeah, I think different opportunities and also like a different drive. Like whenever you see how people move as a bigger creator behind the scenes especially, you start to realize like, oh, I'm not putting in as much work as I thought I was. It's like the planning, the execution, the editing, the meetings, the like conceptualization of ideas. Like you don't realize that all of this is happening because whenever they show up on camera, they're just there to entertain. They're not there to tell you about the logistics of being a streamer or like being a content creator in general. So like being able to see that without them trying to entertain an audience made me realize like, oh, I gotta lock in more. I gotta do more. I gotta push harder. So I've been like trying to like apply a lot of those ideas myself, and ever since then, just always editing, always recording, always doing something different.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's a
Wow, she's so cool. Yes, bro, Chloe was getting active during the interview. Also, this day I was so fucking tired. I don't know if you guys can see it. That was an editing day. This was on an editing day. I was so tired, bro.
Grind, but I value what you're saying. When you see others are doing good things, great things, the only thing that you can do, well, you can do two things. You can elevate, or you can say, well, maybe that's too much for me. I just don't need to be a part of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like realizing that you have access to the method. It's like, okay, now do I want to be that tired? Do I want to implement that? It's been a slow implementation for me because I'm like, I don't want to burn out, but it's been very satisfying.
Now,
how long was I up since that interview? That was after work. So I'd already done an 8-hour shift, and then I did some editing, and then I did the interview. So a while. I was up for a while before that. But it's okay.
This is some of the controversial questions that people have about Streamer U. How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer U be successful?
That's not something I've thought about too much because I feel like everybody kind of, you know, it benefited a lot. There are some people that, you know, probably didn't see too much benefit after it, but a lot of it could be preparation. I think a lot of people didn't, or maybe didn't know like what to do after. Like even if you do get this increase of viewership, what to do after, how to capitalize on it after. It's still it put people in the right rooms and the right doors, and I did think it served a purpose. But if you're kind of just thrown into the lion's den without, you know, really expecting, you know, I feel like a lot of people would just kind of trying to find the, you know, the most respect for what he said, but you'll kind of fizzle out a little bit because, you know, just not being prepared. 'Cause, I mean, even me, I didn't know what to fully expect, and because I was a smaller streamer, it was rocky for me like just starting just from the type of person I am. So yeah, I think it was a culture shock for a lot of people, not really knowing what to do after it. And yeah, there was a lot of people that did know what to do, and they took full advantage of it. So yeah, I think that's what I would say.
Okay, what he said about culture shock is so real. Like, because so many people are like, oh, like you didn't do enough with your opportunity and blah 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 blah. Bro, like the way that you're so overwhelmed, because also I think it would be really different if we streamed for 2 to 6 hours a day, right? Because then it's like, okay, let me skim my VOD, let me look through my VOD and see what happened today. But it's like you're in real time trying to network with creators. You're trying to also do IRLs, my first IRL. You're trying to read a chat. You're trying to, like, I had no mods. Like, Sunny had to mod for me, bro. Like, Kai's mod had to mod for me during SU because I was getting so much traction that, like, he was like, bro, let me help you out. Like, let me help you out because this is a mess. Like, this is bad. So I got incredibly lucky that, like, the chat experience wasn't complete shit because Kai's mod stepped in for me. So I got so lucky with that. So, like, it was overwhelming and you didn't know what to do. And there was so much content afterwards that, God, like, you had no time to find everything from it unless you had people who were helping you out. Another big thing, too, was I completely forgot about was DreamCon was right after SU. DreamCon was right off of SU. So then you're also trying to stream that because you're trying to keep your viewership up with this new audience at a new function. And you don't know how it works completely still. You still don't know how it works. So I didn't figure out how to use IRL Toolkit yet still at that point. My stream kept dropping at the convention. I'm trying to do barbecue streams. I'm trying to do cooking streams with my friends. We're like trying to keep up this viewership and it's just like hard as fuck, bro. It's so fucking hard. So yeah, I think preparation and also just like realizing how much content you have to put out to stay top of mind as the viewership starts to fizzle out. Because for me, I honestly got lucky that I scheduled out so many clips beforehand. I think I scheduled out 30 clips before, or maybe like 15 to 30 clips before. And then I also had my regular content that was scheduled posting while I was there. That was like the only thing that saved me, bro. Because people actually had something to look at and interact with. But there was like barely any SU content that went out. So I
was talking to another person that I interviewed and they were saying that, like, you know, a lot of these people, just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not successful. And then also, like, who defines what success is? Somebody may now be more consistent than they were. And even if it's not at the height or numbers of 500, 600, 1,000 live viewers, ultimately though, just being consistent is much better than where they were when they first started, where they were a little inconsistent. But they also might be killing like Instagram, Snapchat, all these other things like that too.
I think people forget that Twitch is one of the hardest platforms to grow.
Yes, Twitch is so hard to grow on, bro. It is genuinely hard to grow a community on Twitch. It is hard to convince people to sit down with you for hours and hours and hours, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's hard. Plus, people get lives. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard. So, yes, Twitch is incredibly hard to grow on, and it's hard to be consistent on because there's always something to do. There's always something new that you need to take care of.
Maintain and see success in regardless. I mean, even people going from 0, even if you're at 100, 200, even if you're at 50, like all of that is a win because without getting that boost, like it really is, it's not impossible obviously, but it is very hard, especially with how many people is trying to stream now, to go from nothing to even a little bit. Like, it is super hard. So even if you went to Streamer U and you came back and you average 50 viewers, you're still at a very high percentage of people on Twitch because most people on Twitch, like majority of people on Twitch are streaming to nobody right now.
True.
Yeah,
that's so true.
Most people think of success. They were expecting everyone to graduate Streamer U and average 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus, but that's in itself just super hard to do regardless.
Yeah.
How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer University being successful?
I think it's because everyone's metric of success is different. Like, I know people that aren't as active on socials that are like buying properties because their money's up. It's like, because it was called Streamer University, everyone will see you on like TikTok Live or on Twitch. And they're like, why are your numbers so low? Like, what was it even all for? Meanwhile, like, you're actually getting millions of impressions on your Instagram, and you're getting millions of impressions on your TikToks, and you're getting invited to hang out with their favorite creators. So it's like, whenever you put that into perspective, it's like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I always remind myself that there are people who make a living on content that I'll never know their names. I'll never know what they create. So it's like, just because we were introduced to a certain audience doesn't mean that was the audience that we necessarily belong to. Like, that wasn't our niche. I'm no Kai Snap. Like, I'm the first person to admit that. I don't have that energy, and I don't have those ideas, and my personality doesn't fit into that. Whenever I was chasing that right off of Stream University, all I did was deplete my money and burn myself out, and realize like, oh, I like IRLing, but like, I don't need to like do it at this level, or I don't need to do these ideas specifically, because that's not my audience. That's not what I'm looking for. So I think a big part of it too is just like, we're not in your algorithm because you don't like our content. And I think that's fine. Like, because we have our audiences and we have our people, and the internet is so vast. So I think a lot of people are just like really in their zones, and it's not that they're not creating, it's just that they're in a different like area of the algorithm.
I think people forget that the internet is so big.
Couldn't have said it better myself. You know what I mean? Couldn't have said it better myself. I feel like this girl's spitting. Oh my gosh. W caiuwus. W.Cameo. I know, bro. She's like, Mom, can we go somewhere? Like, I had to take her out right after the interview because she was like so restless. She did not want to hang out in the room at that point. I say that as a small creator. I would never thought Kai would say yes to be on my podcast. But I love being part of stuff. I love being part of stuff. And also, like, little things like that compile. So it's like being part of your podcast, even like no matter how big or small it is, like, that's still putting my name out there to a group of people that might not know who I am. And then, you know, being on Ohmeezzy'S YouTube, this obviously is introducing me to people that would never have watched my content before. Like, people are like, or people that forgot about me, didn't know what I was up to. And this is an opportunity for them to see where I am now, which is so sick. So I feel like a big part of being successful in content is also just saying yes. Like, you just gotta say yes to so much shit. What's the hardest part of streaming that doesn't get talked about often? Doesn't get talked. I feel like we talk about a lot of our problems because we clip arm everything. Let's see. One of the hardest parts. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like the pressure. I feel like that's talked about a lot. I think that it's the mental game of it, learning how to separate yourself from your content sometimes is probably the hardest part. I think that's the biggest thing, is like, the hardest part is separating your character from your, I don't know, not your character, but like splitting your personal self from your content self so that people like don't have access to you. Because I think it's very important for you to like keep your peace. And I think the only way to truly do that in this space is to split yourself a little bit. Like, distance yourself from like who you are whenever you record, edit, and who you are whenever you're like with your friends and shit. Like, it's like you guys can bully caiuwus, but you're not gonna bully me as a person, you know? Did I get to talk with Ohmeezzy? Yes, he was so sweet and so nice. He was so nice and so kind. Being consistent on days you don't want to do shit. Yeah, I feel like that's a hot topic though. Definitely. Parasocial. I'm so parasocial. But yeah, I think the mental part of it might be the hardest part. Any advice for people wanting to get into streaming but don't know where to start? There you go. Becoming a content creator tips. Yay! Yeah, I have a whole video about it. Why the girl in the video kinda stop, Vlad, stop.
So just because you're not seeing me doesn't mean that I'm not working until one day, like, I pop back up on your algorithm, and then, you know, I've got this going on, that going on, and you're probably like, oh wow, I haven't seen this person for years. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, Kai. But yeah, like, there are so many people that come into my streams randomly, and they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. And it's like, or people will be like, where have you been? And it's like, you know, meanwhile, I'm having like the most active year of my life. I have the most active year of my life, and people are like, where have you been? But that's also low key, one of my favorite things to see now. Like at first it was irritating because I'm like, what the fuck? Like I've been here every day. Just because you're not locked in doesn't mean I'm not. But then I started realizing whenever people start coming in, they're like, oh my God, where have you been? I missed you. Then it's like, oh wait, I'm getting back on your feed. I'm getting back in your algorithm. That's good.
And it's like those people that people expect us to be around on camera, sometimes we don't fit into their content, but like behind the scenes, like a lot of the people from SU, especially like the professors, have been so incredibly helpful with like mentoring me over the course of this year. So it's like just because I'm not popping out on a stream doesn't mean that those people aren't still helping me elevate my content to fit what I want to do for the rest of my life, basically.
Why do you think streamer you continues to get such a bad rep?
I mean, if I'm being honest, as glazed as it sounds, I think most of it is just because it's under Kai's name. Like if this was another streamer's idea that doesn't get as much hate, then I don't think it would see that much. And then I think a little bit of it too is there like a lot of people will fuel the fire for the hate because they weren't picked. So some niggas, like it was some niggas that weren't even gonna give it a chance, even though they were gonna watch it, but they don't even give it a chance to praise it because if niggas had super dreams, because there's a lot of people that for some reason, and I'm seeing it now for if he does a second one,
Bro, I don't even know what this clip is. It's actually been so long since I've seen this clip that I don't even know what I said in this. Wait, what clip is this?
I'm a small streamer. Any advice? Have fun. Try new shit. Try random things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes.
seeing niggas post now where they think this is like end all be all. Like,
yes, that's true. People do have that mindset where they're like, if I don't get in, I'm gonna be a nothing. I'm gonna be a nobody. Yeah, I changed. I realized as I was listening to that, I was like, damn, W changed on the EQ of the mic. It's past Kai. I know I look so different. I feel like I look so young.
If he does a second one, I'm seeing niggas post now where they think this is like end all be all. Like, I'm seeing people hit me up like, damn, like they think like if I don't hit this, then you know, like it's over with. So it's like it's people like that was like, okay, I need this so bad, I don't get it, and then okay, I'm just gonna kind of join in on the hate because who are these nobodies? And it was too many famous people and this, that, and the third. So it's like it's a culmination of a lot of it. But I think most of it is because it's under Kai's name.
And that's it's interesting because in my research for the video, I went back and I started looking at all the people who were like, yo, I hate Kai Cenat, I hate Streamer U, I hate the people that got selected, and they should have picked the smaller guys, and da-da-da. They did all this complaining. I went back and saw what they did from that point till today, and there's so many of them that haven't done anything. Haven't touched nothing. Haven't streamed consistently since. And I'm thinking to myself, did you think that this was like your super duper put on card?
Yeah, that's something that I also complain about a lot with people that message me about applying to SU, because like I get a lot of DMs still, like, should I apply to SU? Like, what should I do to apply to SU? Like all these questions. And then I look at people's pages and they're not posting shit. I'm like, well, first make content. Like, first make something worthwhile, please. Not even, it doesn't even have to be worthwhile. Just make something.
Right here, like Streamer U was really gonna put you there?
But I think you might be one of the first people that hasn't done that too. I think a lot of people, some of those videos popped. Like as soon as he revealed what happened, it was like a huge debate, at least on my timeline. Because I mean, some of these videos were on TikTok, at least, were fucking hitting of people just like complaining about it, and it's too many people.
Dude, dead ass.
This shit ain't gonna hit. Da, da, da.
And the whole famous people argument is still so stupid because it's like, why would anyone be invested in 120 average viewers? That doesn't make sense. There's no way. And also, like, how would we as small creators get connected to these bigger creators after Streamer University if they weren't in the rooms with us seeing firsthand how we were as people? You know, like it worked because it was a mix. It worked because there were bigger creators there and smaller creators there.
But yeah, if you went back and did that, that will be far to look at because I already know people didn't take this opportunity to put Bill.
I'm gonna try not to call nobody's name out when I do it, but
if they want to call people out, like whenever it was time,
call them
niggas out. Because you know, call them out. Some people that might even look at other people and say, hey, you haven't streamed that much since Streamer U. Like the other mad that they didn't get the opportunity, but them niggas might have not streamed as much as the people that they saying don't stream, you know, after the opportunity.
True.
No, I think that's fair. If I call them out, what they gonna do? Stream about me? Hell, he wasn't streaming in the first place.
He was right.
Hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's go bear for bear. Why do you think that Streamer U gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go.
Like, realistically, realistically, if you look at the people who criticize us, it's the same people that are like, I would have done better. And I feel like a major reason why I got criticism was, one, it was the first time it ever happened. Two, like that a project of that scale is crazy. Like there's no way to control over 100 people in an environment. Plus the location got leaked before we even started. Like that shit was crazy. But no, I just feel like a lot of the criticism comes from people thinking that they would have done better. And I don't know, to that, I'm always just like, just make cool content then. Because I mean, Stream University wasn't like the get rich quick kind of thing. Like I think people also forget that virality doesn't come from one moment. Like success doesn't come from one moment of virality. It comes from it stacking and like getting those opportunities. So I feel like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just upset about it. I think a lot of people are bitter that there's not a part 2 announced yet. I think that's the opinion of a lot of the alums, is we're kind of like, I don't know why you're so upset about it. Cause like, if you were there, actually, a lot of people are like, people didn't get anything out of it. We got a lot out of it. I think even people who didn't have viral moments, again, like seeing how those bigger creators move was crazy. But yeah, I really don't know why it gets so much like backlash other than that.
I do think what you said is true, that people thought just off.
Yeah, that was a hard one because I was like, how do I answer this out just shitting on y'all? Like, that was the hardest question because I was like, I don't just want to shit on you guys, but also, like, there's no reason to dislike a project. That's like being like, I hate musicals. Let me heavy invest in musicals. Let me heavy invest in criticizing musicals. Or people who are like, I don't like movies. And then you force yourself to watch a bunch of movies. Of course you didn't like the movie. You don't like movies. Like, what? What's your problem, bro? Get a queen. Get a queen. Yeah, the information. Yeah, the location got leaked immediately. There were these kids that were like chasing the bus whenever we were headed to the location, which was so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post the SU video. I have all the footage on my computer. I still have the VODs, so I low-key might do like a 1-year SU recap video, breaking shit down, or just giving you guys behind the scenes of shit that never got showed on my end. Because I documented it from packing my bags to my flight to my hotel to getting into the dorms. It was so cool. 1 million view, maybe a couple thou. I keep eating them knowing I don't like them, but hoping I like them. Exactly. I feel like that's what it is when people invest in people that they don't like. It's like, why?
Rip that they would have been able to do more with it. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you, because it's the anniversary and that's what this whole video is about. I went back and looked at a lot of streamers or content creators or whoever that made videos at the moment saying like, oh, you know, I would have did X, Y, and Z. Went back and looked at what they did in the year. Respectfully speaking, y'all wouldn't have made
nothing.
They would have been the people.
No, I'm sorry. That shit was so funny. That shit was so funny. Like, he took me out and I had to compose myself. He's like, y'all would have made it. Y'all would have made it. And it's harsh to say, but sometimes you see people making content and you're like, you're not there yet. There are levels to this shit. And I don't think that any of us were professional streamers by any means. Not even have this aga. Bro, I can't stop againg. But like, it's not to like shit on people, because I think everyone has the potential to be great in whatever it is they want to do. But sometimes you're chasing something that is so beyond where you are that it would make like you wouldn't get anything out of it. You know what I mean? It's like, it would be like if you went to like a martial arts class for people that have been in martial arts for 3 years and it's your first day. You're not getting shit out of that class. You might pick up a move or two. Maybe. You might get the idea of it, but you're not going to understand it really. I have so much time in a day. I don't have time to watch stuff I hate. Yeah. You don't have time. People who are productive don't waste time on shit that doesn't matter. That's what I always tell myself too. That's like earlier, somebody was trying to shit on me on TikTok Live. They're like, you're not getting into Stream University again. I'm like, hey, you hear that word? Again. Because I got in the first time. You're saying again. Got in the first time already. And then it's like, and then they're like, well, I'm not a content creator. It's like, and now you're wasting time on TikTok. While you're running my money up being in my stream. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like people who are not, I don't know, people who have shit going on usually don't give a fuck. Tis my streamer tied up a drama. No, Bear Pup, I would never, ever do that. Not I. In my defense, they tweeted about me first.
And looked at what they did in the year. Respectfully speaking, y'all wouldn't have made it. They would have been the people that, you know, took the picture with Kai, took the picture with Duke, took the
Yeah.
picture with Agent, and then it would have just existed in that ecosystem right there, their Instagram or their Twitter, but they wouldn't have done anything else content-wise because they didn't do anything for a year. It didn't make them hungrier. It didn't make them more motivated that
That's
they
true.
didn't get in. It kind of just said it just to say it.
I agree. And that's like, people will come into my streams all the time. How do I get into SU Part 2? I'm like, well, what have you done since SU Part 1? Because that's a big thing I always say is I'm like, don't let someone else determine when you blow up. Just grind. Who knows if you're going to need it by the time it comes back around. If you like are really producing content the way you want to. I think another thing is so many people think about getting into it that they kind of forget that content is about the love of the game. Like so many people are just waiting to blow up that it's like, just play games with your friends. Just go IRL. Just like have community, because I truly honestly believe that's why we all got in, is because, you know, first round you're like, what are the odds of me really making it or someone that I know making it? It's so slim. I'm just going to shoot my shot. Like, I love doing content and I've been doing it regardless. And I think that's why we got in. I think more people should just care about content instead of caring about the opportunities that you might get from it.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone.
Yum. You know what? I said that shit so well. Damn, I don't even remember saying that part. That was
regardless. And I think that's why we got in. I think more people should just care about content instead of caring about the opportunities that you might get from it.
And that's the thing too. Just because you blow up in content doesn't mean you're going to be a creator that gets invited to shit. It doesn't mean you're going to be a creator that gets brand deals. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a creator that has friends. So if you're grinding for the wrong things, you're just going to be miserable. And then you wasted all this time trying to build up an audience and a community for something that you don't even care about. Like, what's the point? What is the point? I don't know, bro.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone attending in the future.
I think one of the first things is people have to take what they saw from the first one and apply it. And obviously in your own way. If you try to recreate someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, it's not going to work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched. Obviously, like, you know, girl content is gonna hit on the next one too. Like, so it's gonna be separate themes and shit, but you're gonna have to bring your own sauce, your own flavor, and not just like don't just go on that bitch and say, I'm just gonna do exactly what Rakai did last time so I can try to get 200,000 views. I mean, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to bring your own sauce, bring your own flavor, be you, because even whenever you leave that, you're gonna have to uphold, like, you're gonna have to, like, if people attach to something, they're gonna have to want to keep seeing that. Another thing is know that you are being thrown into, like, just be prepared to be thrown into the lion's den. Like, just know
people are gonna talk shit.
Going to be outside, and if they saw a certain situation, like when people are bullying people, trust and believe. Like, them clips hit, trust they will be sniping.
Those clips hit and they will be sniping you and it will follow you for the next year of your life. My tip is don't cry at Stream University. That's my tip.
For that same shit. So just know you might get bad clips. You got to know how to navigate it. Don't let it fuck your vibe up. Like, stay ready. I mean, it's gonna be some weird people that's clipping shit. Just
might get bad clips. That's true.
So be ready for that. And niggas have got to worry about your post streamer strategy. What do you do after that? Look at the people that obviously took off after it. What did they do? And then how do you kind of apply that? Obviously without biting one for one. I hate people that bite one for one. But add your creative spin to what. Look at the people that did take off. Look at the people that you would think are successful after it, and how can you apply that to your everyday stream after that? Because it's gonna have to be the hardest that you've ever worked after that. Like, as soon as stream use is done, there is no
that ass, bro.
That was a lie.
That ass. That ass, bro. Like, if there's one thing I did differently, I wish that I got my laptop, a hard drive, and I was editing those clips from SU at DreamCon. Thank you for the follow. If there was one thing I could do differently, I probably would have just edited that shit more, like way more. Would have like run that shit down. But also, I had no idea how to edit IRL content at the time either. Like, it's easy to say in hindsight a lot of shit, but realistically, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing off of SU, bro.
Socials,
no
labs,
clue,
literally everything. So just
clue.
learn from the mistakes of all the people that went for the first time that were gonna be made, because this was the first time, you know, we went through that. So man, just learn from everything.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone attending in the future, what would it be?
I would say number one, schedule content out before you get there that will like air as you're in the middle of Streamer University so that your algorithm is taking off. We didn't have service while we were out there, so luckily I had videos that were scheduled and that allowed me to get some kind of traction because I was not posting like that. I'd also say one thing I learned was you can be genuine and be ambitious at the same time. I kind of blocked myself off by being like, I don't want to be a character. And by that, I ended up like slowing down how quickly I became close with a lot of the people from SU. Like now a year later, I'm like finally hanging out with them and finally talking to people because I'm like, oh wow, like it's not clout chasey to talk to people in your network. So I just say like, don't let your fear of like misinterpretation like control how you act out there because people are going to misinterpret you regardless. You're going to get clipped out of context. You're going to get one guide. It doesn't matter as long as you know what your goals are and who you are at the end of the day. Like that's all that matters. And also have fun. Like I think like it's one of the most fun things that you'll ever do. It's a summer camp full of people that have the same interests as you. And it's just fun, bro. Like it's just nice to hang out with people that are ambitious and driven and hungry. And I'm so grateful. Like it's amazing.
I think people went into stream.
Hey, you know what's interesting is sometimes I think that maybe I got different lessons than like bigger creators, but no, that was pretty similar. Like, you know, like the clipping thing, it's like you're gonna get clipped out of context. Like I think the best thing that I said was don't let your fear of misinterpretation stop you from doing shit because it's gonna get misinterpreted anyway. Literally, I had a clip go pop off on my birthday last year because I poured water on my cheek and I pretended to cry. And the Clippers actually took it and they actually posted it. It was just so stupid. But it's like, yeah, like the Clippers dead don't care. They're worried about their bag and that's it. Shrine, thank you for the partner wishes. I appreciate you. Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, that was on my birthday. It was, yeah, I was like in my fucking B&B because I like impulse went to streamer prom. And I was like, guys, we should clip farm. And I literally like went like this. And I said, put some sad music on it. And they actually did. And I still to this day don't know who ran that clipping account. It was so funny. You seem pretty genuine. I feel like if anyone ran into you in public, you'd be so nice. I like to think I'm pretty nice to people that meet me in public. If you guys have ever met me in public, please let me know if that is true or not. I try to be like really open when people like walk up to me because I understand how intimidating it is to walk up to anybody, but then to also walk up to someone and say like, I recognize you or I like your content. I know like that is incredibly scary. So I try to be like super nice and obviously like we're all human and a lot of the time people that walk up to me are other content creators. So I really like to reach out to them. I like to like link up with them. I like to invite them into my space if their vibes are great. Discord Kai is something else though. That is true. Discord Kai is different. Did you take a picture of the kid that saw you in a restaurant one time? Yes. There were 2 kids that walked up to me at a restaurant and recognized me. I took a picture with them. I linked up in my old town in the Bay with someone because they recognized me and my content, but they ran into me on Halloween whenever I was really drunk. So I was like, follow me on Instagram. I'll hit you up. Like, let's link later. And then we had like a really nice like lunch and stuff. And yeah, I try to be nice. I try to be polite. I try to be kind. Life is so unpredictable. Like again, if I can only control myself, then I'll try to be as good of a person as I can. Without saying anyone's names, is there a bigger creator that you've met that surprised you in terms of their online personas versus offline? Yes, a lot. Because I'll say this without saying anyone's name because this applies to a lot of creators. Because people are online, they're more outgoing or they read as more outgoing because they're talking to words on a screen, right? Like, I don't have to look you guys in the eyes. I never get nervous. I don't have to, like, see you guys look at me like this. Or, like, if a joke flops, I don't know if you guys don't laugh because I laugh at myself and my brain's like, that was funny. As you know, so I don't get any kind of, like, I don't get any kind of visual negative feedback from you guys. So there's not a lot of overthinking. In person, I'm a lot more shy because I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't want to like misstep. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I don't want to bother anyone. I don't want to interrupt anybody, you know? So I feel like whenever you meet certain creators in person, they are very shy and a little bit more introverted than you expect. And it's kind of hard to navigate because you're like, oh my God, I thought that you were going to be this outgoing version of yourself. And in reality, you're very chill and very calm, which is totally fine. This is not me talking shit about those people. It is just kind of jarring. And I know that I also have that because I sound this way online. Offline, I sound very stoic. I'm very blunt. I'm pretty calm. I'm pretty neutral offline. So I understand because like if you talk to me and I'm chill, it is very different. It's incredibly different. Laughing in silence, yeah, I do that a lot. I make myself laugh whenever I'm editing. I'll edit my own clips. I'm like, it's bad. It's embarrassing. Never met in person, but you're a sweetheart with my experience. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm big on eye contact. Me too. I'm a very intense eye contact person. And whenever other people are intense eye contact people, I'm like, oh, like I don't like being around other people that make good eye contact because that's my thing. And then I can feel it. Like there are some people that I think people that make really good eye contact, there's this thing where you both notice that you're making really intense eye contact, but neither one of you wants to like break it. So you're both like, yeah. Oh, fuck, I looked away. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's just like so hard. When I met you at this, when I met you at Streamer Awards, I was really nervous to approach, but I managed to muster up the courage and you were super kind and nice. Wait, Maven, we met at the Streamer Awards? I'm so sorry. I dead ass. Can I tell my Streamer Awards? Oh, my phone. Can I tell my Streamer Awards experience? I dead ass like yacked. I yacked so hard like right after the Streamer Awards because I was dehydrated and I hadn't eaten all day. And so the entire night I was incredibly dizzy. The only way I can describe it is like whenever you drink on an empty stomach. Like that's what I felt like the entire night. Oh, you met me at the end? Oh yeah, I was out. By the end of the night, oh my God, I was so cooked. Lucas, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, I appreciate you. But yeah, so I didn't drink on an empty stomach. But the day of the Streamer Awards, let me explain my schedule. I woke up early. Did I do a stream that day? No, I didn't do a stream that day. But I woke up early. And I had to go to the hair salon. I get to the hair salon, and by the way, this is the first time I've ever like entered an area and they checked my follower count on Instagram to determine what place in line I had to get my hair done. That was a fun experience. That was a fun experience to have. Thank you guys. Shout out to LA. So they literally checked my Instagram following and they were like, okay, yeah, let's help you. And then I was like, got my hair done. It took a long time. And then I had a call time to get to the place because I was meeting up with the HyperX people. So I had to meet up with HyperX at the Streamer Awards location. And we got there, we get seated, blah, blah, blah. The whole show goes on and on and on. I tried to eat popcorn during the show. I got a little nauseous. I was like, oh, that's weird. What's going on? Mind you, I did not skip a single thing of my day. There was no consumption of any kind. No water, no alcohol, no food. I did not consume anything all day. That's my bad. But at the Streamer Awards, I got 2 liquid deaths. And so I'm like sipping on water and I'm like, oh my God, I feel nauseous. I feel so weird. And so like, oh my God. So, I sipped through the bottles over the course of a couple hours. Only 2 cans of liquid death. That's it. And I'm like sipping on it really slowly. And then, okay, fine. I think I had a vodka soda. I think I had 1 vodka soda. I think, if I remember correctly, because I think we got like drink tickets. So we got like a free drink. But I got 1 vodka soda and then 2 waters. Sue me and a popcorn. Okay, fine, you caught me. But then at the end of the Streamer Awards, you guys know Malachi? I saw Malachi at the end of the Streamer Awards. And he was like, oh, hey, like, I love cooking. He's a great chef, by the way. He said that he was a cook, and I did not believe his ass. He actually is. This is Malachi, my goat, my king. Okay, what the fuck? So he was like, yo, I'm going to be cooking at our crib. Do you want to pull up? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to pull up. So I go to his crib, and I'm like, dude, I'm so thirsty. And so they get me some water, right? And I chug it. I chug the entire bottle. Not a bottle. It was like a giant cup. I chug a huge cup of water. And I had to like turn towards them. Mind you, it's just a group of dudes. It's all dudes because it's their B&B. So it's just like a bunch of dudes at their B&B. And it's me going, guys, hypothetically, if I had to throw up, where would I go? And that's how I asked where the bathroom was. I asked where the bathroom was by going, hypothetically, if I had to throw up, where would I go? And then they had to show me the bathroom. I gently closed the door, walked to the toilet, and just yacked so much. And then I had to look at them, and I was like, oopsie. So by the end of the Streamer Awards, I like low-key blacked out. Yeah. That was tough. Wait, did we take a picture together? Wait, Maven, did we take a picture? So now I just told that story and I'm like, wait, but I feel like I know where we were. I feel like I can like see. I feel like I can see where we were whenever we took the picture together. Because I said all that, but then I was like, wait, let me picture your face. But yeah. Yes? Okay. I thought so. Okay, I think I'm remembering now. I think.
Streamer University with a
Okay, back to the video. We're almost done. We almost did it. We only got 2 minutes left. We're so close. I keep getting distracted.
It's amazing.
I think people went into Streamer University with a bunch of misunderstandings as to what the event actually was.
Yes, including us.
Kai Cenat can't make somebody 100% famous on his own. That person needs to do their due diligence. They need to do their work. They need to have the YouTube set up, the Discords, the Twitter community.
Yes.
They need to stream consistently. They need to have the creative ideas. They need to collaborate. They need to network. They need to do all those things. And for what it's worth, I do think the Streamer University gave them all of that. It's just about if they ran with it after the fact or not. And you heard that based off of the 2 interviews. Shouts out to Marcus and Kai. The people that are having this unnecessary and nasty ass.
Bro, that's so crazy. It's so sick hearing shout out to Kai from a YouTuber that I've been watching for the last like year and a half. That's so sick, bro. That's so cool, bro. That's insane.
2 interviews. Shouts out to Marcus and Kai.
That's crazy. Wow, that's insane. Knowing that was the backstory of that moment's funny, not like haha funny, but you never know what goes on in people's lives before you come across them. I know. And like literally whenever stuff like that happens, I'm always so scared that I treated someone poorly because I'm like in my head, like trying to figure out how to like not throw up like in the middle of the Streamer Awards. But yeah, like that is why I try to take care of my body during conventions and like shows and stuff, because I know like if I'm hydrated and I'm well fed, that I always treat people super well. Congrats, it was a nice surprise seeing you on his channel. Thank you. And no, I mean, I was surprised too, because like literally he hit me up a while ago. Like he hit me up like a while back about doing an SU video. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm down. Like, just let me know when. And then he didn't respond. And I was like, okay, like maybe he like scrapped the video. Like maybe something came up, you know, like again, never take a note personally. I was like, the fact that I'm on his radar alone is sick as fuck. So I was like, okay, like whatever happens. I'm just going to keep grinding. I'm just going to like, you know, keep my head down, do my job, work hard. And then this last week he hit me up again. And then he was like, yo, when are you free this week? I was like, hey, I got you.
People that are having this unnecessary and nasty ass criticism about whether or not Streamer University was a success or not a success just need to really take a look at the landscape as to what's going on right now in the streaming world. Post Streamer University, streaming became one of the biggest and most notable mediums of content out there in mainstream media. Everybody and their mama sparked up a Twitch account, started a YouTube account, TikTok account, and started streaming based off of Streamer University. And although some of them did not stick around, it's not necessarily because of a Kai Cenat. And some of them did stick around and you just probably don't see them because you're not searching for them. Probably just looking for another reason to hate on Kai, to be quite honest with you. And as we sit here and wait,
and I choose that he's using that interchangeably between Kai Cenat and caiuwus.
for the next round of Streamer University, I would just like to say to any of the critics, please go back and, you know, do your due diligence. Look at yourself. And if you were somebody who were criticizing the fact that you couldn't make it, you know, maybe what are you doing to actually be invited to said event? And most importantly, work on building some sort of foundation or base to put this launching pad on. You can have the biggest boost in the world, but ultimately, if you're not willing, ready, and able to take advantage of it, then it's going to be all for nothing, to be quite honest with you. And as we see Kai Cenat Nat put out cryptic tweet after cryptic tweet, you can kind of believe that he's coming back better than ever. And the next Streamer University is going to be bigger than it ever was. So if you're not ready to take on that challenge that is becoming a content creator or streamer, somebody that's more consistent in the space, somebody that's willing, ready, and able to succeed, then this probably isn't the game for you. And complaining to complain ain't gonna do you no good.
True. Wow. W video. Dude, that was so fun. I love that shit. Let's go. I was in an Ohmeezzy video. That's crazy.